Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Podcast, where we BS about the sports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all back together.
We
I
are.
know.
It's been so long.
It's been so long since there's been four of us here.
Yeah, we haven't been all four together since before Sam went on vacation.
No.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
Yeah.
Got
Here
this
we are.
foursome back together.
Here we are. We're
Foursome.
doing it again.
Right? It's way better than when it's just like a threesome.
Yeah.
And then like a twosome. Who
Twosome
cares? People
boring.
watching just two people.
Uh,
Well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, where are we starting?
Oh, well, we had some of that football stuff happened.
you want
A
to
little
start
bit, yeah.
start with the messy football or the
I mean, we can chat a little messy real quick.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna start with soccer. This is what
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
let
do
them start
to
with
me.
soccer. Let them get it out of their system.
Like, I get it. It was
greatest
just
of all
preseason
time?
football.
Sam, there's nothing worse than talking football and then getting interrupted to have to talk about soccer. So let's just talk about soccer, get it out of our system, and then go right into the good shit.
All right.
I mean, he brought one of the worst teams
I
in
love it. I'm
MLS to like one of the number one teams.
That is wild.
Yeah. So I mean it's a mid-season tournament, so it's like a tournament within the season, but
Right. Nothing makes sense about soccer anyways. Why not?
no, I mean that's how all soccer leagues go. They're
Right. And none of them make
all the
sense
multiple-
about how they do any of the playoffs or the championship stuff. None of that stuff makes sense.
it's been explained to you so many times.
No, they're like, this team got
We-
second. Oh, so
Anyway.
it lost to the first place team in like the championship? No, they didn't actually play each other. They lost to this other team, but then they got second. But that doesn't make sense. They
Well,
didn't play the first
I'm
place
talking
team.
about a genius.
Anyways, let's go on.
Lionel Messi. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see out of the end of a guy's career. Like when you think about those top level guys, like what if you had seen Jordan after the 6 championships instead of retire, go like just dominate dudes and fucking show off?
Go to the European League and just
Yeah, go.
So, I mean, it's still technically competition, but I mean,
Right.
even in your 30s, you're still the best guy by far.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
wild.
It's awesome. He's accomplished everything he could possibly accomplish at the top, at the highest levels.
and
He's-
now he's doing it at the second highest level.
Mm,
Third.
no,
Fourth?
no.
What are we? Fifth? I don't
Top
know.
5, top 6.
I mean, there are some lists that have the MLS as the 29th best league in the world.
29.
29. Yeah.
29. Okay. The Saudi Arabia club that made them
I
that
don't
other
know where we
offer, are
compare-
they better? Is that
I
better
don't know what we
competition?
compare to that league. I would guess MLS is better,
I mean,
but-
we're 29.
but the Saudis do have some killers in that league too.
Now, yeah, I mean, didn't they just get was
Oh,
it
yeah,
Neymar?
They've got Ronaldo. They just signed Neymar.
I'll say, didn't they just get Neymar? I'm like, good God.
Yeah, I mean, they're throwing, the kind of money the Saudis have
And
at,
does
at world sports now.
Yeah, I saw like something like Neymar gets like
Hey,
the opportunity after a year to just leave if he doesn't like it with no fines or penalties.
I just looked. I don't know what this is. Global football rankings right now. We are at 16.
That's the Lionel Messi effect.
Now, I
Yeah.
know there's because I think just like European soccer
Where's the
clubs
soccer
and then
league?
us, but there's also like South America has great ones too, right? They're probably
Let me
way
see.
better than us. And like,
Is
I'm
it
sure
called
even-
the Saudi League?
there's got to be even some African leagues that are better than.
It's called
'Cause it's-
RSL, I think. I don't know what that stands for.
He will
I'm not,
clip this.
I'm not
too.
even seeing them on the list.
Suckers.
Saudi Pro League, SPL, maybe?
You
Man,
control F.
they have been able to buy a lot end of their career talent lately. But I mean, that's how you get these things going.
No.
Yeah, that's how you build up a league, right? And
And I think what
they have plenty of money.
Messi is going to do for MLS is like a lot of people aren't even talking about yet.
Let's tell the person who's watching this what he has done so far for the MLS though. Like and Inter Miami, just in particular.
Yeah,
Sneaky,
for
like
the
talk
people
about the
that
stats,
don't-
you know, like
For the people that don't happen to keep up with the MLS, those weirdos, you know, out there.
yeah.
So let's go MLS top scorers.
Is
I
it-
know he's like already the top scorer in the league, or at least on
On
his
his
team.
team.
He was the top scorer for that tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
And didn't you say he
I
had
think he ended up with 10 goals.
good
For
God.
the only goal in regular time for him last night.
Right, in like 6 games or something too, right? It's not even like
I think he's played 9. I mean, he's got they've played some regular MLS games too.
Okay, so he's got 10 goals, 3 assists, in 7 games in that record or in that tournament.
That's pretty good.
That's ridiculous.
I would say average. I don't know much about soccer, but I would say if you average more than 1 goal per game, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's extremely good. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you know, like a lot of times the games end 1-0. So like all right. So we did talk a lot about soccer there, guys.
We did. We talked about an unexpected soccer topic.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Didn't have it written down.
But yeah, Lionel Messi, killing it.
What do you know? Man amongst boys, right? That's kind of
Yeah.
what the whole thing is right now.
Really is.
Okay, let's go to the NFL. Let's do the thing that we all kind
do
of care
it.
about.
Let's
We'll
do
start
it.
with Jimmy Graham news
Yeah.
before we get into the preseason.
Not looking good for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Graham was detained on Friday morning where he appeared to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol, but it has
Right.
been reported
Can we get
it was reported that he had potentially suffered a seizure or stroke and that it left him in a state to where he appeared disoriented and he was wandering because he had
That's what the team is saying.
yes, that he is
The cops are saying that he was just fucked up and
Well,
I don't know that
We'll see.
there's
Hey,
he is
let's
under
hope
the
this
care
will
of
play
the
out.
team doctor at the hospital right now.
okay. I mean,
Um,
maybe. You know, it happens. Strokes.
the Saints are famously on the up and up, and
They've never tried to help any shitty organizations cover up any terrible things ever. Not what they would ever do.
a fucking bounty gate. What?
But yeah, the Catholic Church, what? So yeah, yeah. You want to get real deep into
Hey,
it with the Saints.
They let people sleep in the stadium during Hurricane Katrina. Okay, they've
yeah,
made up for all their mistakes.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, whatever it is, you hope that he's hopefully I don't know which one you'd rather it be, but hopefully he's all right. You know, if he did suffer a
Yeah.
stroke or a seizure.
Either way, hopefully he's all right, you know, like,
Yeah, I mean, yes, the Saints are not the most trustworthy organization.
you know, and you know what? In fairness to Jimmy Graham, we've never heard, at least that I can recall of
Yeah,
anything
there's
like
never
this.
been an
Is he s-
instance.
Is he still playing?
Yes, he is. He was off. He did not play last year, but he is back with the Saints this year. They were in LA doing joint practices with the Chargers,
Okay.
and it was he practiced that morning, and then that night is when that episode happened before their preseason.
See,
game.
when I read this story, I was like so confused on why are the Saints saying anything?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize he was still playing football.
yeah, he had returned after a year hiatus to play with
Oh,
them.
speaking of
Michelle.
players that you don't realize still play football, did you guys see that? How many people have drafted Andrew Luck?
They do it every year. They do it every year. That's
He's on 53% of teams.
yeah. He's not coming back, guys.
Or
Let it go.
leagues, I should say.
Leagues, let it go. ESPN, shame on you for having him available.
Yeah, why would
He retired from the league.
Kaepernick in the draft too.
he
Yeah.
retired from the league like
Can I still
5
get
years ago
Tebow
now.
and Aaron Hernandez?
Right.
I-
Tom Brady. Tom Brady's up there.
I'm gonna 100% say you could still quit Dwayne Haskins. I'm betting Colin Coward helped them with their
Ow.
fucking player
Ooh,
rankings.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's a good topic. Colin Coward, what the fuck?
Yeah,
mean,
you fucking
I knew you were
ignorant
hacking
fool.
a fraud, but
Aaron,
like,
Aaron Hernandez is automatically on the IR though.
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
All
But
right.
man, to have Dwayne Haskins, but then like, did you see that whole list of QBs he
Yeah.
had?
Did you see the best part was after he said Dwayne Haskins, you're like, oh, he realized he made a mistake. Because you could see it in his face. He's like, oh fuck. Guys, I'm so sorry. The graphic is supposed to say they can't win a Super Bowl,
win a
and it
Super
does in
Bowl.
fact say they can win a Super Bowl. There's a
Yeah.
typo in the graphic.
I want you to know that for a
That-
fact, Dwayne Haskins cannot win a Super
Yeah,
Bowl. I do not think he-
My list, the typo is not the list of quarterbacks, which includes Johnny Manziel. Fucking, it's
Dude,
outside of Dwayne Haskins, it was a lazy fucking list.
right. Because
know, it was like-
multiple guys who haven't been in the league for years.
Yeah.
You're
Why
just
didn't you
like-
take it back to 2009 and include Jake Locker to your fucking list, dildo?
Like, we know Blake Bortles isn't winning a Super Bowl. You don't need to put him on a list.
Yeah,
like,
Marcus Mariota, we watched quarterback. We know that shit ain't
we
happening.
saw that shit.
So Colin's got his normal show, but he also does this podcast, and he puts it on YouTube. It's usually just him talking for like 30 minutes on a few topics. But every once in a then he'll invite like Nick Wright on. That's usually what I watch. He'll talk to Nick
Right.
Wright 45 minutes. And those are always like more laid back, like he's drinking like a cocktail of some sort.
Yeah.
And it's kind of clear that he's been drinking cocktails usually. But I've noticed that Colin on the normal show a little bit more. Like, and like that day in particular, I'm like, he's drunk. Like I've seen drunk Colin, and he's fucking drunk right now.
Dude, like that I hope that's true for him because I mean normally you hear some bad takes from Colin, but you don't normally see something like that.
Mm-mm.
That
Yeah,
is
like that was it was just sloppy and lazy.
Yeah.
someone,
I was like,
someone
am I
definitely
watching
got fired.
It
Yeah, I'm
wasn't-
like, am I
it
watching
wasn't
Jim
like
Rome?
getting a take. It's just like some prepared material that an intern made up for him to read. So he,
Yeah.
like I don't think Colin Coward goes home and comes up with 3 hours of material every day. That's
No.
No. That was definitely like a production assistant. or some
Yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah.
and man, they probably don't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not.
Not only did you put can instead of canned,
yeah.
That's
Damn,
probably
I-
that's probably the reason he got let go. That's what they were upset
that
about.
was it right there.
Fucking
Man, I hope there was somebody on his production team though that realized what was happening like while it was happening. So
oh, yeah. Let's see if we can get it by him. We'll see if we can.
That my guess is that they were doing like Ron Burgundy hitting his ass.
He will
Because they-
retain
they-
anything.
Because dude, the thing about it is like they had to have caught that after he said it before they put it on the YouTube on their official channel.
I mean,
It was on his
San Diego.
like they for real put that on their own YouTube channel. Like you could have not put that out there. Like you could have stopped it from running, but you put it out.
long did it take for them to realize
If
that?
edited that shit, anything.
Yeah, like
Somebody don't like Colin.
yeah, dude, that I'm Ron Burgundy.
Mm.
God damn, dude.
Oh shit. All
Yeah,
right, so that's the first topic that we didn't have added to our list that we've gone on to.
We're never gonna make it through this fucking night, dude. There. Okay.
All right,
heal up,
Miles
so-
Jack.
Well, we've
Miles
lo-
Jack.
We've lost Sneaky. He's gonna have fun insight on this one.
Oh, he'll join in.
So
Or
Miles,
we can talk about Patriots and Packers real quick.
yeah,
It's a
so
quick story.
Patriots Packers game was halted due to Isaiah Bolden suffering a neck injury and concussion when he collided with his own teammate trying to
Mhm.
make a tackle. The game was in the fourth quarter. It's the preseason.
No reason to keep playing.
The good thing is Isaiah Bolden is out of the hospital.
Yep.
But
Hopefully the injury's not.
no,
too-
like I said, I think he had all movement last night, is what they were
Yeah.
saying.
Hopefully it
Reporting
was
that
more precautionary.
that he was stretchered
Mhm.
off, and I think it was just one of those so late in the game. They were just like, let's not continue. Let's not see any more of this.
That was super scary at first because man, he wasn't like he didn't move at all. There
No
was
movement at all.
even heavy breathing. Like
Yeah.
it didn't look like he was even breathing. It was
Yeah, it was a scary one. And this week of preseason was brutal for players. We saw the cart come out multiple times, twice in the Eagles Browns game. I want to say we saw it in the Bucks Jets game with Wofford suffering a neck injury.
Chiefs had 0 injuries to report after the game.
That is positive news, especially on that field. And like I said, this was a big bad week for young players.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries suffered.
Rough out there. Not what the NFL is looking for.
No,
They're like, can't have this many injuries in preseason.
No, you got to filter out the week.
Anyways, Miles
Anyway,
Jack.
Miles Jack today has abruptly retired from the NFL.
Hey,
He informed the Philadelphia Eagles that he's done. He almost
Congrats.
retired prior to the season, but he worked out with Buda Baker, his high school buddy, and it gave him the desire to give it another go, but he didn't look to be making the team anyway.
well, that's the
Yeah.
best time to retire.
Exactly. I was like, talk about players you forgot still played.
Yeah,
But
But-
yeah,
good for Miles.
Yeah.
And decent career.
yeah, dude, you had some highs. You weren't down. You weren't down. You should have lost the Super Bowl to the Philadelphia Eagles and not the Patriots, but kind of feels better that it was the other way around. Because it wouldn't have felt as good getting your only Super Bowl win in franchise history on Blake Bortles, right? It doesn't it sound better being like, we've only got one Super Bowl, but it came against Tom fucking Brady.
Right.
And our quarterback outdueled him.
Yeah. Our backup QB.
Our quarterback caught the ball. Theirs didn't.
Yeah.
And his
exactly.
was for 6. So
On 4th down.
right before,
Biggest bowls of all time.
dude, yeah.
How about that
What-
great
what
Eagles
team is
Browns
this?
game?
I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
Yeah. Marcus Mariota, dude.
He looked
You better go with Miles Jack and Miles
There-
Jack to go learn how to be an electrician or a plumber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, get a trade or something else. Yeah, Marcus Mariota. There's been a reason that there's been talks around camp that there's a quarterback battle at camp, and it's not for Jalen Hurts' starting job with Marcus Mariota. Because you saw it in that game. If you watched late enough, McKee came in there and was
a
balls.
lot better.
Dude was lights out.
And it's just like,
I'm-
Mariota's just bad. Okay.
I was like, dude, Mariota. And the biggest thing is one of them has confidence, the other one has none at all.
Yeah. And I don't think quarterback helped Marcus Mariota.
No, I don't think it did the things that it's going to do for Kirk Cousins for Marcus Mariota.
No. That dude lost like
Anybody else weirded out by his best friend, personal chef guy?
A little bit.
I mean, it was
Got a
strange.
weird vibe off of that.
no.
Just like you got a personal chef that follows you around and you're a backup QB from like city to city,
I mean,
who like his whole life is based off of where you're at. Backup QB. Like,
And
I don't know.
Yeah, he kind of had a Cliff Booth vibe from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I have.
Yeah. I don't, hey, who knows? Who knows what's
Who
going
knows?
Success.
Hey, whatever makes them happy,
Yeah.
whatever makes those guys happy.
I get, but I mean, like even Marcus Mariota didn't look comfortable around him. It was weird.
He's Marcus
Like,
is like, dude, I just hired you to
my
cook.
best friends.
Marcus is
I
like,
mean-
dude, you're just my cook.
This guy's saying a bunch of shit.
Why are you talking? You're
Are you?
you're barely supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in the
We grew
fucking
up
kitchen.
together. No, we did. We grew up like 100 miles apart from each other. Like we did not know each
Yeah, but he couldn't have looked worse. Couldn't have had a worse showing. And I thought after the first preseason game, I was like, he didn't look bad in game 1, but game 2 was terrible.
It looked. I mean, it was that entire like spin around. I'm already down. Chuck it up in the air throw.
Yeah,
all, like combined into one performance.
yeah, it was. He was slow getting rid of the ball. It was like Trey Lance in week 1.
Oof.
It was. You remember how bad that was? You know, Trey Lance is getting hit after hit because he's holding the ball too long. That was Marcus Mariota. I mean,
Yeah.
the first.
other. Yeah, he only had like 4 pass attempts. He
Yeah,
completed like one of them, right?
yeah, it wasn't good. Wasn't good at all.
Hey, let's talk about instead of bad quarterbacks, just talk
Talk
about
about-
4 really good ones.
Dude.
4. There was
okay.
4 really, really good ones.
I mean,
There were.
Dokun
Who-
went 4 for 5.
No, they all
The-
played.
The
They all
QB
played
with
well.
the lowest passer rating was Mahomes
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
our QBs. Okay.
No, they did well.
Hopefully he makes the team.
and that was the low QB rating of 109.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was an ass
Going
whooping.
10 for 15 for like 105 yards and a touchdown was the worst performance. Actually.
Passing game looks pretty sharp.
Yeah. Run game didn't look bad either. Like
Hey.
you're still they had those numbers passing and they still had 5.6 on per carry
Yeah. I mean,
as a team.
Mahom-
That's
and Mahomes is
So-
out here still making highlight reels on incomplete passes.
stop
that
it.
one bothered me.
Stop it.
It bothered
don't-
me, but I loved it at the same
It's the
time.
fucking preseason, Mahomes.
You
Don't
do
try
not
so
need
hard.
your trying
Don't do
shit.
that. You can do that in the
Hey, he got
regular
himself
season.
out
I
of
get it.
bounds. He got himself out
Yeah,
of bounds.
that's what made me even more mad. Just throw the fucking ball away or step
If-
out of bounds.
dude.
It doesn't matter.
But who do you hit like MVS in the hand? If MVS would have
Yeah.
one-handed that shit.
Every single time Mahomes has a great play like that's that wow factor, it gets a drop.
Yeah, it's always
Every
not
fucking
every-
time.
Not every. We have reels of highlights where it's.
I
not
know,
every-
but the
True.
ones that would have been the number 1 and number 2 have both been dropped.
kind of. Yeah, the one in the Super Bowl. is definitely
Yeah.
like-
He had 4 in the Super Bowl that were dropped that would have ended up on that top 5.
yeah, well, one still shows up on top 5, and it was an
Yeah, that
incompletion.
was stupid. So good.
It's so
it-
funny that play still hits top 5, top 10
There's still people. There's
plays
people
on an
who
incomplete.
call it the greatest throw of all time.
Yeah.
It's I mean it's outrageous. Stupid.
Anyways, get back to the game.
Rice looked really good.
Rasheed Rice looked pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Um,
that,
Justin Ross was making people look silly out there on
Justin
some
Ross
routes.
looked pretty good.
You know I love how I say that and Sneaky knows the fucking route I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
there were 2 actually.
Yeah, the one in the end zone that Gabbert missed him on was a great route.
The out route that he just fucking cooked that dude.
Hooked his ass. Oh,
Ooh, yeah, when you see those 2 highlights, it's like you can't let this this dude's not gonna make it to your practice squad.
no, he's definitely not a hit
He's
in
made.
practice.
Yeah, I think
He's making up. He's made the
knows
route.
made it.
He when I saw him go out there with the ones, even though it was only for the 1 snap, I was like, this is promising for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And
think
it was targeted.
I don't think he's gonna see the field a ton this year,
No, but I think
but I mean,
because
later in the
No.
year, we don't know because
our receivers get injured.
yeah, and one thing that we talked about the first couple drives is there was a lack of ability to get open separation. They weren't
yes,
getting any of it early.
against that was the concerning part. Like against
Until-
the ones, our wide receivers did not look great. It was still
Yeah.
Mahomes having to play a lot of just backyard football scrambling. Like the
Yep.
touchdown was just a scramble drill. He had plenty of time. Our offensive line looks fantastic.
It does.
Our guys had the quarterbacks had all day, all game long. Now it is against the Cardinals. So again,
Yeah.
All
but
right,
we
let me jump in on that one. This is that Cardinals made this Broncos offensive line look like fucking shit last week.
Because the Broncos offensive line is fucking shit.
Russell Wilson was
shit,
running
yeah,
first
so-
line last
That
week.
is a good That is a really good observation,
That is
Sneaky.
good.
That is, I like that. I
A little
do.
better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mahomes would have like all day, and there's just there's nothing for him,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
you'd have to
and
still
number
run
two,
around a little. And
None of our
you
none of our quarterbacks even got touched yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The Smith Marset looked really good.
he did.
not
4
bad.
receptions, 92 yards, average 23.
Had a tutty.
there's some big old plays yesterday,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
The Rasheed Rice one.
That move
went,
that
like-
he put on the fucking safety. Whew.
Yeah, man.
yeah, it was an
Amazing.
all-around good performance out there.
Yeah, once they got to the twos,
Yeah.
for the backups, then our guys really started cooking. But I'm still a little worried about our wide receivers and just like who's going to actually rise to the top and
I thought-
produce for us.
I thought Watson looked good yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Watson
Watson has looked good. You know, he looked
Obviously,
good
had
at
the
times
OPI.
last year, but consistency,
Yeah,
I'd
he
like
did
to
have
see
the
more
OPI
consistency.
early, but he did rebound with a tutty.
dude. Okay, that offensive pass interference. They didn't
Soft.
even like really. Do
No,
what?
it was soft.
It
was a soft call.
Yeah, and like that Pickens catch that Sneaky, you sent over in the group chat like a week or two ago.
No,
I'm
that
like,
thing was so pass interference.
if what Justin Watson did was offensive pass interference, that thing
Jamar
was,
Chase is making a fucking career off of it, so apparently
on.
it's gonna let it
I
happen.
mean,
They're gonna let a star player get away with that more than they're gonna let
that's
a Justin Watson.
anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Anyway, like all of our quarterbacks though, again, Oladokin, he had some impressive, like just his
Yeah, he's had-
maneuverability, right?
He's had a couple of games where he's been like that. Game 1 he had that 30-yard rip.
Yeah, man.
So-
Bouchel, like somebody, come on, trade us for him. Jesus Christ, what do we gotta do?
It's like I told you, the
Someone give
NFL
us a
came
2
to
for
an
the guy.
agreement after the Kevin Kolb trade. Andy Reid's not allowed to trade any more backup quarterbacks as starters. No
I
team's
mean-
going to do it. He done it too many. He did it with AJ Feely as well. People paid Jeff Garcia after what he did in Philadelphia.
Donovan McNabb into a superstar.
He did, but he also traded Donovan McNabb to the Washington Redacted.
Yeah. The red
And what did he do there?
things.
Nada.
Exactly.
That was at
Andy
the
Reid.
very end of his career.
Yeah, but he still got a first-round pick out of that Donovan McNabb trade, I believe. Dude, Andy Reid. That's why I'm saying they have blackballed Andy Reid from trading
I don't-
quarterbacks. Alex Smith, maybe they gave him one more shot, right? Obviously, it was unforeseeable what would happen to Alex Smith.
We didn't
But think about it.
We didn't trade him. He was a free agent. We just
Alex
let him-
Smith was traded.
He was traded.
We got Kendall Fuller and
We trade him with the year
third
left
round pick.
on his contract. So
Yeah,
okay.
So I
But
guess they'll-
somebody's gonna give us something. Come on, look how good Shane Bouchel looks. He looks really good. I was
Look how
impressed
good-
with him last preseason.
dude. But here's what's working against Shane Bouchel. Look how good Blaine Gabbert looked at times so far, and look what he's done in the rest of his career.
I believe Blaine Gabbert had a perfect passer rating yesterday.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Why would you trade for Shane Bouchel if you're seeing Blaine Gabbert's having his best production in this fucking system?
Well, because
It's
Shane,
working against the,
Shane Bouchel went against the twos.
but it's still under Andy Reid in the system.
That was telling that Bouchel got the second.
Yeah, it is I
those were
agree.
the seconds. He could be taking that job.
Yeah, they've
from
been in
Blaine.
competition and camp.
I mean, Shane look at that running.
How could he
that rush
not
for
be?
TD.
How could Shane not be in consideration for that first
He's been-
backup
this is-
job? He's played fantastic in these two
This is
games.
Third year with us, right?
Third
Like,
year, he's looked good in each preseason, but he's gotten better each preseason to where obviously it's culminating in this one. As Sneaky pointed out, he's what, 27 of 34?
Shit.
Yeah, he's missed 7 passes.
Yeah.
Hey, career Patrick Mahomes backup.
Dude, fucking
Mm.
A.
I would love it if Bouchel was the number 2.
Yeah.
He's got.
Same.
I like his mobility. The play style fits
Mhm.
the system really well. Like, yeah,
He does. He's not forcing the ball.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing too is like if not now, when?
It's not like this guy's new into the system. This is his third year in it. As
Yeah, I
Sam
mean,
pointed
based on
out.
what I've seen, I would not be upset if. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be upset if Pat goes down, but
Yeah, my preference would be to have Shane Bouchel come into
yeah,
the game
Bouchel
Instead
because
of Blaine.
I wouldn't be freaking out.
yeah, because I've seen more mobility out of Bouchel. And I think that they both have good arms. Like, don't get me wrong, Gabbard's deep ball is beautiful. And that's always been the case with Gabbard. He's had a great deep ball throughout his career. He's just not consistent.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
Bouchel doesn't have
Let's
the
go
doesn't
Bouchel.
quite have the accuracy, I don't think, but you don't have to have super high accuracy in this offense. Our
no, you're
like-
doing a lot of short stuff and over the middle to a lot of people.
guys that are just standing there with no defender within 5 yards of them.
Yeah, I think that covers the NFL this week.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously we didn't hit every preseason game, but we didn't
think
watch
we-
all of them.
We hit like 2.
I will add in the Buffalo Bills look like shit.
The Bills did look like shit.
Team offense is terrible.
Yeah, well,
I will add the Falcons have looked surprisingly. They're looking competitive.
Yeah, I'll talk some more about them in a few minutes.
it is preseason though, so
I agree, but they
Other
have.
than
I'm just saying.
does
yeah.
not mean-
Question of the week.
Yeah. Let's go with it. Let's just do it. We've been talking back and forth about it. The offensive offseason question of the week is who are your 2 early award winners?
I did everything that
Yeah.
you had on the list.
That's what I'm saying. Do
I'm
it.
ready to go.
Oh, yeah, we'll go.
Okay. Offensive player of the year. I'm gonna go
Let's just
Jamar
focus-
Chase.
You just all want to go by category?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna do that? We're all gonna,
Or are we all just going to give our entire list?
Well, let's do like you said, let's do by category.
Yeah, offensive player. I'll go Jamar Chase.
Okay.
PP.
He's typing.
Sorry, I'm having to type too. But I am going to say that it is going to be. I'm torn between 2 people right now.
Tom Brady.
Tom. It's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo. No, it's going to be AJ Brown.
Okay.
Wow,
That's
okay, anyways. AJ Brown. Sneaky, who you got?
excellent.
Man, I really kind of want to choose Justin Jefferson again, but they usually don't go
I
back.
did too.
And that's why I didn't. Yeah.
It's tempting.
God, do they ever give it? They never give it to a quarterback.
That's why I didn't go. Yeah,
Sometimes.
it's every
Some-
now and then. But yeah, it seems to be it's like the skill position award.
Yeah.
Now that the MVP's pretty much been relegated to just quarterbacks.
Man, I think it's going to be Bijan Robinson.
For
Dang,
offensive
Bijan-
player.
Yeah.
Bijan Rob-
And I mean, spoiler alert, he's also my offensive rookie of the year.
Bijan
I
Robinson.
think that dude's going to set the league on fire. Yeah.
Okay, bold prediction. Bold prediction.
Very bold
hot
prediction.
take. I like it. Mine's a lot simpler. Christian McCaffrey. I mean, did you see what Little League did in last year's like with the 49ers, you know?
Yeah, I just don't think the Niners are going to be all that this year.
My thing
I
is
think
like that was who I was torn between, Sam. Him and AJ
But-
Brown. The reason I went AJ Brown's because I think
Injury?
AJ Brown will play the whole season.
Injury. Yeah.
McCaffrey,
Mine's risky
I-
just because McCaffrey probably will get hurt. But
and I genuinely
that's-
hope that he plays the whole season. And
if he
I like
doesn't and he's on that Niners team, I think Shanahan is just
I think he's got a way better chance of playing a full season with the Niners too, because they're not using him as a crutch.
yeah, but I mean, look at their. But here's another thing with the Niners, like that doesn't give me faith is like they are one of the more injured teams offensively the past 3 years. They always had
Yeah.
running backs getting hurt.
That's true.
And it's not like Christian McCaffrey's been like staple of stability.
Staple of stability.
I don't know.
A stable of
I
stability.
like it.
Yeah. I was trying to figure where.
Words, they're
Yeah.
hard.
Words
Okay.
putting together. Defensive player of the year.
Of the year.
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, can I damn it, I was gonna be like, probably just Micah Parsons, right? Like, does anybody think it's gonna be anybody else?
I think it's going to be CJ.
CJ?
Yeah,
Okay,
That's a good choice too.
it is.
I'll take him at his word.
I'll say TJ. He says CJ, I'll say TJ. He can stay healthy.
Who?
TJ Watt, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good pick too. I think the Steelers look kind of scary.
I
Like,
mean,
their-
if they get their
their
offense
first-
figured out.
Their first
they're
team
going to
offenses looked pretty fucking good in preseason.
Preseason, but yeah,
I
if
feel
they,
like it looks way, way different than anything we saw last year out of Pickett.
yeah, if Pickett and Pickens, if that, they can get that really going, man, it's gonna be scary.
Excuse me for a second.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
good.
And PP, the old man's got to go take a dookie.
I get it. You know, every now and then, when you got to go, you got to go.
Gotta go. A Lamar Jackson is what we should say.
Or
I think
Paul
that-
Pierce. Well, Paul Pierce would have been if he didn't get up and go.
Right, okay. He just went. Right on
He
the-
just sitting there and he just stews in it. He's like, woo. God, the defensive one's hard. Especially just not double down, but
Oh, there's somebody on the Eagles you want to choose. Which defensive lineman do you think will get it?
I wasn't going to go into Eagle. I legitimately went AJ Brown because he had a fantastic year last year, and I think he's going to build on that, being in his second year with him.
I think it's going to be hard for any of the Eagles' defensive line to get it, just because
so many.
Well, yeah, it's so spread out.
Exactly. Yeah, you have so many mouths to feed.
The numbers are too spread out.
And I was like thinking about cornerbacks because I'm like, all these D linemen, you know, makes me think like, I'm like a saucy pick. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, I see what you did there. Is that
Yeah.
is that it? That could
Yeah.
be it.
That's my pick. My saucy
Good
pick
pick.
is Sauce Gardner.
There
As
we go.
he went
Repeat.
defensive rookie of the year, and then he follows it up with a defensive player of the year because
There
I
you go.
think that getting to practice against Garrett Wilson every day in practice, that's making both of them better players. So
No doubt.
Fair. I think he's got to play a way different lineup of receivers this year, though.
yeah, I mean, just in his own division, he's obviously gonna have a hard time because he's all, you know, like, yeah, last year people pointed out he didn't play a tough schedule, but he did also still have to go against Stephon Diggs, the Dolphins receiving duo. You know, that's
Yeah.
4 games out of the year that's not playing terrible
I mean, he
players.
looked, you know,
He
looked
did
good.
also play Mac Jones twice with
But still, he passed the eye test.
yeah.
So I don't know why they're now our next category.
Which one do you want to do?
Can we not include Mahomes? Because like we're all gonna
Well,
say like for
Let's save that
MVP.
one. Let's make that one the last category.
Okay.
So let's
Coach of the
go.
year?
You want to go coach or rookies? You can go coach.
Dan Campbell.
Oh, coach of the year?
Dan Campbell. Okay, that's not a
If,
bad.
hey, if they win that division,
Yeah.
I think it's
Very
going to be Peterson.
Who?
Doug Peterson.
Oh, okay. Dougie.
I think the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to win 13 games.
Dougie Purr. P, who you got for coach of the year?
I really love Sneaky's pick there.
I knew you would.
That's a great pick. His second year with the team, but I'm not gonna piggyback on that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm gonna say Matt Eberflus.
That was my second choice.
that's not terrible because he's Bears and whatnot.
I think it's a little dark horse because it's really just dependent on
Yeah.
how good Justin Fields looks.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a tough one, but because I don't want to piggyback on your Doug Peterson pick, and I don't want to take an obvious Andy Reid or Nick Sirianni.
Right. Right.
Well, I think it's hard for either of them to do it because like everybody knows our teams are stacked.
And you're compared to what you did last year.
Yeah,
So
they're just never going to give it to Andy Reid, I guess.
yeah. He's never been deserving of it.
Yeah.
It's insane. Man, it's tough not to double up on one of those. I just had one. Who's the Vikings coach?
Kevin O'Connell,
Kevin O'Connell. There you go. If the Vikings do well again,
right?
maybe, I don't know. He almost won it last year. Maybe he gets it this year.
Yeah, I'll give you another dark horse candidate, Matt LaFleur.
I was gonna say Matt LaFleur, and another one that I had, and Frank Reich.
Because if he does
They
do
come-
well, if Matt LaFleur does do well, Jordan Love,
Yeah.
Him, and I think
that's
and
my
I-
pick, man.
and I think Frank Reich could also, if he, because the Panthers are in a very winnable division.
Yeah, I just don't think that team's.
They're not a stacked team. They got shut out by the Jets in week 1, and they didn't look great in week 2. But
Green Bay seems like a better one.
that
Actually, you know what? We've named the entire NFC North. Those coaches.
oh my god.
Those coaches are winning.
So
Yeah.
you took the Vikings is what I put you down for, Sam.
But I could be the Packers.
But
Could
which
be the
one do you
Packers.
want it to be?
Maybe the Lions. That was a good
I'm-
pick too. But
if I
also
put the-
Bears, because Eberflus like in Justin Fields. So I'm going with the NFC North.
I'm putting you for Kevin O'Connell. Because I already typed
The
it.
C's NFC North.
We'll
NFC
remember.
and
We'll totally remember that you said that.
I always remember every conversation we have.
Rookie of the year.
Everything in it.
Offensive rookie of the year. Sam, you start this one.
Oh, good. Let me go through all the offensive rookies that I can name that aren't Chiefs players. Or quarterbacks. But wait, a quarterback could win it, right?
It's
Ah.
probably going to be a quarterback. History
Right.
tells you it's not going to be an offensive lineman, so you don't need
Richardson. Anthony Richardson. There you go. That's my this is my
Oh, that's
offensive
a
rookie of
pretty
the
good
year.
pick.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I keep forgetting, like, oh yeah, we can do a quarterback for this. So it's not like
I'll go
Offensive
second
player
and
of the
say
year.
Bryce Young. Not a saucy pick, but
no,
Yeah.
it's like pretty typical.
Oh, I already said Bijan.
you
Yeah.
did. Oh yeah.
He did say Bichon, and I'm going Jameer Gibbs, running back out of Detroit.
Well,
I
someone's done their homework.
Keep your eye on Jackson Smith Enigma too.
Yeah, he's
I am
looked
not
good.
prepared.
Yeah,
I am not prepared for fantasy this year, guys.
I'm not either, Sam. Don't worry, and it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna win it. So
I haven't. Oh
I
well,
don't
yeah.
have a
Tim, you
pick
don't
until
get a
the
pick until
fifth
the,
round.
like, the fifth round.
You're a dark horse. You're a dark horse.
my goal is to ruin everybody's season this year.
You don't get a pick until the fifth round.
I mean, if I could win this league without having a first round pick.
If
The-
I could
the
win this
shit
league
you
and
can
not having
talk.
a pick until the 5th round, I'm gonna
The
be
shit that
so
you can talk.
ecstatic.
But hey, man, come the fifth round, you're gonna have like so many picks. Like it's just like gonna be like 2 around.
I've had a great
out.
run the last like 3 or 4 years. I've made the play except for last year, but I started trading a little late last season.
It burns to finish second, man. I don't like it.
Do we have to do defensive rookie of the year? Because seriously,
Yes.
guys, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine right now. Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of New England.
Okay,
Good
I'll give
pick.
you mine. It's the Eagles' new pass rusher. That I keep forgetting his name.
Jalen
The guy who
Carter.
got Jalen Carter. Yeah, the one that got all in the trouble and shit. That guy.
God damn, that's gonna be my pick.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was gonna be somebody's. I thought probably P, so I had to steal it first.
Yeah, get it out of the way, right?
It's the only defensive rookie I could think of, and I couldn't even remember his name. Okay, so give me something.
No, I'll give you that. That's a great pick. And I don't disagree, but I'm not going to copy it. I'm going to go with Nolan Smith, the other Eagles rookie pass rusher. Because yeah, I'm like you, Sam. I know not that many defensive rookies.
Like, I don't remember the draft. You
I
guys,
want to
know?
remember more than I did. I'm sorry. I
I-
put them.
I remember like the quarterback thing that happened in the draft, and then like what the Chiefs did. But that's like,
Yeah.
oh, and the Eagles trading up to 10 and or trading back,
Trade up
you guys
to
had a
not
bunch of picks.
from 10 to 9.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
The Eagles draft this year had like it's been a constant feeling of like finding $10,000 on the ground.
Dude,
Like,
as just a fan of it, like it was a draft like I've never experienced because I'm sitting there and I'm like, I really want Jalen Carter. And then I see the Eagles trade up and get Jalen Carter. And then I'm texting, talking about, man, I really want us to get Nolan Smith. And then boom, we come away with Nolan Smith. And then I'm like, man,
how the
Ringo.
fuck did those guys land there?
And I'm like, Ringo wouldn't be a bad option if we, for depth at corner. And then we fucking got him too. I'm like, okay. Like,
amen.
I would like an upgrade at running back. Okay, we'll trade and get you. I was like, how the fuck are they hearing me right now?
Man,
And
you
it just so
be
happened
you should be Howie's assistant.
All right,
I wouldn't tell him anything he doesn't know. Like how he's already making these decisions, like and shit. Like I'm just glad we didn't need, like if you need to draft a receiver with Howie, you worry. Unless he's going to trade for one, you're worried about what he's going to do with that draft. Luckily, Smith was a good pick.
You don't really need wide receivers right now. So
Yeah.
right.
I almost could say I think that Fonson
Sneaky,
Smith is.
Sneaky, did you do your defensive?
He is not yet.
yeah, I got to piggyback with Jalen Carter. Like, just really based on the fact that I don't know a lot of defensive rookies that have really stood out for me. So
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
That was the main reason I didn't piggyback because I was like, man, I get that this is a hard one. Tim did the hard, dirty work.
He did. Tim brought up something. I'm like, oh wow, look at that.
I just looked up
He's not even
lists of potential winners and then picked which ones I was like, yeah, I'll go with this guy.
I'll go there. That seems good.
Let's lead off with you, Sneaky. And yeah, I like Sam's caveat. Like, let's leave Mahomes out of the list.
If,
like
if it's not Mahomes, because we all think Mahomes could win another MVP, of course.
But I really do think that that's what's going to happen.
Okay, noted. Noted that you think it is probably going to be Mahomes. But if it was
who will be
somebody
runner
else-
up in your
Okay, so honestly, I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts just because they're so thirsty to give it to him. Like they wanted to give it to him with 22 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, if you don't count any rushing touchdowns, he finished with 22. You're right. Come on, dude. Like even in your text when you're talking about Bruchel, you're including his rushing touchdowns into his stats.
I just said he had 3 touchdowns.
Saying.
Jesus Christ.
One of those was rushing. one of those touchdowns was a rushing touchdown. If you're not going to count Jalen's, you're not going to count his.
And it was awesome. It wasn't him getting thrown it over the fucking pile by a guy that's usually playing on the other side of the ball.
Stop it. It's cool.
Bouchel's runs are impressive.
Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts doesn't have any with his 700, almost 900 rushing yards. It's like 850 something.
Yeah.
Just saying. He had. I'm not even picking Jalen.
End up second. I know.
I'm not even picking Jalen Hurts as my MVP.
No. Who are you picking?
I don't want to pick yet. I want you to pick, Sam.
No, I want you to pick.
I want you to pick.
No, you pick.
I think it's gonna be Trevor Lawrence. I think they're hungrier to give it to Trevor.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Man, if he does well, like, can't argue too much with if he does well.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good year.
That needs to
You know who I think they're really hungry to give it to? Joe Burrow, and that's my choice.
Yep. Okay, and I'll be a little different, although not too different. And say I think another person who I think they really would love to give it to is Justin Herbert. You know they'd want to,
Oh yeah.
if he balls out.
Yeah,
But with the caveat that it's probably going to be Mahomes, right?
Yeah. I mean, like all of these are. It's probably this would have just said Patrick Mahomes all the way down. Like
Right.
we all
I
know that.
literally have MV Pat written.
I was like,
I
yeah,
didn't even write the category. I just wrote MV Pat.
yeah.
Well, I
I'm-
mean, Justin Herbert is not going to get MVP without winning the division at the very least.
Maybe.
Like, there's no way he finishes second in the division and
Hey,
gets.
Mahomes could get hurt,
Yeah, you don't know.
and then the Chargers would still somehow blow it.
You're
And
probably right. I mean, it could be Josh Allen. Probably not. It's probably not gonna be Josh Allen.
it's not.
nah, it's not going to be Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's falling apart. I did add one, but it's gonna be a collective, I think, agreement here. Comeback player of the year, DeMar Hamlin.
That one's like, yeah,
That's a lock.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I was. That's what I
He
mean.
plays
It-
week
it's a
one. They
lot.
give him the award week 2.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
in all honesty, if he does well, I mean, like,
yeah.
power to him. I think you could also say it could end up being Odell Beckham Jr.
Yes, but that was gonna be my
That's
pick.
another saucy candidate.
I wonder
But
if
yeah,
I wonder if they give it to Aaron Rodgers if he has a good season.
that would be. I
Oh, dude, the insult. That'd be great.
Yeah, so honestly, it was a serious question,
Yeah. Watch
I
him.
can't
no,
take it serious.
No.
because
Watch him give it to.
He killed P.
Watch him give it to Deshaun
He
Watson.
broke him.
no.
No, Sam.
Oh, fuck.
That's that just really made me think of the fucking Parks and Rec fucking blooper.
Oh, come back. Oh, Kim Kardashian
Yeah. Yeah, the video she got coming
back.
Just thinking, yeah, he got cum on their backs.
We weren't
Okay.
we weren't talking about Dwight Howard.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ray,
You
Ray
really went
J,
there.
I thought.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There's our picks. You guys?
We did it. We did our off-season picks of the week.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it. I think we also did it for the week, guys. I think that does it. So as
Pretty sure.
always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Come back next week. That's it. That's all I got. I
I
probably
don't want to. I mean, whatever. That's
that would cut into my wrestling blog. Yeah, tell me how to pirate the Eagles.